Hi everyone, it's Debbie Ann, and today I am making a stacked file folder envelope type of project. And I'm using some old mini file folder sets from Teresa Collins. These came out, I would say, about 8 or 9 years ago. Now, this project came about because I recently moved to a new workspace, and these were in storage. So now I'm trying to make a point of using the things that I had stored away and kind of forgotten about. And so I'm enjoying just reimagining some uses for the things that I had put away. So these are little file folders in different sizes, and they were sold in sets. And I had used a few of the pieces in each set, but these were left over, and I really wanted to try something. So what I had seen around the junk journal community were these stacked envelopes with a bottom file folder that was used as the journal cover. And the one tutorial that I did watch for a few minutes was the one by Robin Dudley Howes, who does a very wonderful job of showing how to stack the envelopes in a way that works, and then adding some papers and ephemera and just embellishing the whole project. What I did was I watched about 10 minutes of it and then decided that that was enough to inspire me. Because if I watch too many videos, this is what happens. I just get too many ideas and then I forget or I lose sight of what I wanted to do in the first place. So what works better for me is just to limit my watch time so that I just grab onto an idea, which here was stacking these folders the way Robin stacks her envelopes, and then just running with that. So as you can see, what I did with the striped black and white one is I glued it down so that the top still opens so that I can insert something from the top. And then the blue one and this smaller red one are kind of like tuck spots. And then I wanted some vintage looking tape, so I went ahead and did that. I do have a full tutorial, but basically I'm just repeating the process here. So I put my tape down onto some sticker backing paper, which came from some labels that I print when I'm shipping things. And then here I am just putting down some alcohol ink and then dabbing it with a makeup sponge. I'm using 2 different browns. It doesn't really matter which ones. Sometimes I just pick randomly. So I dabbed on my first layer. And then I grabbed the second brown color These are by Ranger, and they come in sets of 3 different brown colors, and they have pretty names like Caramel, one of my favorites. And with the second brown, I put on less because I'm just trying to fill in some of the spots I missed and give it just a very slight distressed contrast. This stuff dries quickly, so I'm ready to move ahead with any project when I make a sheet of this. And then I needed to decide where I was going to place all the ephemera and the envelopes. Some of these are closed and some of these still have the opening flap. And I will show you how I work with those. Now, a lot of these envelopes, I opened the bottom so that I'll be inserting the ephemera from the bottom of the envelope. Just gluing the flap down for now. And then I am covering the flap and a part of the back of the envelope with a page from a botanical book. With this envelope, it was sealed closed, but the bottom opens so I can insert my ephemera from the bottom. So in this case, I am gluing down the botanical paper. Half of it is going on the envelope, and the other half is going to secure the envelope to the file folder. With this envelope, I decided to shorten it and add the punch for inserting, making it easier to insert and take out some ephemera. And then I sealed the back, the flap. This envelope was kind of coming apart on the sides there, so I'm just adding my tape now. And so this one becomes a pocket that opens from the top. And as I'm making this project, I'm thinking about ways it could be used, and for me this is ideal for journaling short passages throughout, so that you pull out some ephemera and write on the back, or any of these white spaces in the greeting cards can be used for journaling. And then my plan is to embellish the whole thing with other items that I need to make a point of using up in my stash. So here I'm just gluing the back of this greeting card, and you can see I switched out from the red one. I didn't like the clash of the two red colors, so I'm going with one that has more blue, and I'm only gluing it down so that it can be a tuck spot. So in this particular case with the envelope, I really have to be careful not to put glue all the way on the paper, because as you can see, the opening is quite large on this envelope. So if I put glue there, I won't be able to insert any ephemera into the envelope, because the botanical paper will be glued down on that part. So I'm more mindful in this case to only put glue where the botanical paper will be touching the envelope. With this envelope, I decided to cut an opening so that I can insert my ephemera from the bottom and still have it flipping up as well. And in part 2, I'm going to be embellishing the entire stack and adding ephemera and finishing it all up. So I do hope that you will join me for that. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. I'm leaving you now with some footage of the bunnies that have been visiting my backyard recently. One of them is a returning friend from last spring who has a companion now, I think. So I hope you're well and happy and finding some time for yourself to be creative. And I will see you hopefully very soon.